Merry Christmas. And this is Maddie's Mindful Meditation, a day ahead, because tomorrow we're doing a live solstice. So we thought we would do the mindful meditation today. So hi, Maddie. Merry Christmas, Maddie.
Merry Christmas to you too.
Yeah, I keep forgetting we're not supposed to say that anymore. We're supposed to happy seasons or something like that.
Always going to be Merry Christmas to me.
Me too.
Charlie,
Me too.
Please don't start.
But you started on TV. You've got to.
The minute, he's such a brat. And he wants to go outside. He'll be out there for 2 seconds because it's so cold.
Oh, it was hilarious today. Our dog went outside and he was out for like a minute. He comes running back in, limping like crazy. One paw in the air, the other paw in the air, one paw in the air.
Yeah. Did I send you that video of the cat? All the cats?
Yeah, they're going. Yeah. So even Jen's dog, who's got fur like this and is meant for being out in the cold, she says, no, too cold today.
Really?
Yeah. She stayed out half an hour.
Lily's meant for being outside?
He's got the thickest fur coat you've ever seen.
Really?
He's got a long fur coat and a dense undercoat.
It's the breeding in her.
It's the mixed breeding in her. She's got breeding, I don't know, like 5 different breeds. So anybody who's interested, this is not an interactive. If you ask questions on the subject we're talking about, more than welcome. And if we come to allow, and it's a simple question, we will answer a question. Maddie's always got her cards there, right?
Always has my what?
Cards, your tarot cards.
Well, I don't have them here, but I do have them close.
Yeah. So, I mean, yes, we will, with people listening and want to see it, we will. But we were going to talk about, it was quite interesting what we were talking about. What were we talking about?
Are we talking about the
short-term memory, both of us.
sun aligns with the galactic center?
Yeah. That's that being in alignment with the galactic center has started quite a few years ago, about the time we started to move into the new evolution. And I noticed 10 years ago or so, or whenever I started it, every time they said we were aligning with the galactic center, that the energy would go like a rolling when you go playing
bowling ball.
Bowling ball, it'd be like a bowling ball, and it would just speed up and roll over everything.
Well, it does seem like the energies are moving in that direction. That is for sure.
Yeah, and it's tough. For people who have been for centuries away from the energy of the central sun, that's hard. And why is it hard? Because it makes you grow. You don't have a choice.
Yeah.
So what did your article say?
This is thank you to Marianne Savino. She's part of your group. Yeah.
She just she just came clear, right? From a
her scans all came clear. She's all in good health.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So it says the center of our Milky Way is believed to sit at around 27 degrees of Sagittarius, and from December 18th to the 20th, so we've already been in it 3 days. The sun will dance along. Sorry?
Been rough the last 3 days. Let's qualify that as rougher.
Yeah. There's the sun will dance along this supercharged place in the cosmos. In astrology, the sun represents the core of who we are. It represents what makes us feel alive and what makes us feel most like ourselves. It represents the essence of our soul and what gifts we have come to shine out into the world. During this time, as the sun is activated by the energies of the galactic center, we are going to be called to align with the truth of who we are.
No. Well, what happens is the center of sun, when it comes, it doesn't hit us directly. It does literally go through our sun. And if you notice, when you were younger, our sun was yellow, right? And it is now white. And it's also hotter. And that's why. On a spiritual level, not a physical level.
Right.
But we notice, and another thing that's happening too is like, and I have no sense of time, so don't quote me on times. But I think it was about 10 years ago, we started to go into a new zone in the sky. Pardon me, wrong word. You know how our
10
planet,
years ago? I absolutely believe that 10 years ago.
yeah, approximately, you know how the Earth goes around the sun and the sun goes around the center of the galaxy? We started to go into a photon. And as we moved into the photon belt, the energy became stronger and stronger and stronger, because what the photon does, it does emit light. And as we emit light, that's what causes our bodies to become more, and I'd like to say spiritual, but it's
Well,
still a choice.
I think that's when me personally, because of just what I've been through, and 10 years ago is when my blood changed.
Yeah, and it does.
And
It affects people psychologically. People who've gone into space, they change dramatically because they're not in contact with the Earth.
but I think that's about the time that our DNA started to change, our cellular system started to change.
Because, well, you know that if they send a light through a frog into a cell that's sort of neutral, or if it's a frog and they send it through a salamander, that salamander cell will turn into a frog cell.
Huh.
So, or vice versa. So when we move into the photon belt, that's when our bodies started to shift. And I know this is so not scientific, but our bodies are shifting from carbon-based to
Crystalline, I think, right?
crystalline or silicate, which is, I think, one marker off. It's one, and I hate to say this because I don't know, I don't know the exact, but it's what, instead of like, oxygen, two oxygens, one carbon, it's like, and this is totally wrong, don't quote me on that, it'd be maybe two oxygen, three carbon, it would, or two carbon, one silicate, I don't know, but it's just one tiny marker different.
Yeah.
So that
So,
part
see,
is
that happened to me 10 years ago when my blood changed, but
yeah,
with my last blood work, it's back to normal,
which means what is normal, because we go through the Mandela effect.
right?
So,
What is normal?
yeah, Linda and I were talking the other day about the Mandela effect. Mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest one of all? And now it's magic mirror on the wall, which just does not work at all. So who's to say that 10 years ago, what you are now and is classed as normal is what it was 10 years ago?
Right.
So
Who knows, right?
we have no way of proving it, right?
Hmm.
And well, talking about, and one thing that Linda and I talked about was fairies, because I was saying that things would go missing and then they turn up, and she says, yeah, but you've got fairies all over the place. We had and I said, not in the wintertime. We had a visitation yesterday, last night. Yeah. I don't know what.
I'm surprised you didn't send me it.
Oh, I had to check it out and think about it and make sure that it wasn't just my imagination, because it said it was a human, but all it was is a cloud. And I'm going, how did you get human out of that? There's not even shape of human. And it was very funny when we got up. This is outside in our carport. the car on the left-hand side had snow all over it. Never has snow on it. Doesn't matter how bad it is because the snow comes from this side. It had snow all over it.
Hmm.
And when I looked at the video, the came in from the left-hand side, not the right-hand side. I'll send it to you. I have to download it first, but
Yeah.
I'm going,
Well, it's kind of
okay.
like my video of Charlie needing his blanket, and there's a distinct male voice in the first 2 or 3 seconds, and I'm pretty sure it says, "Oh my God."
Yeah, and yeah, I heard it actually.
So I keep putting the video for like 10, 15 seconds, and I go, "If you're there, talk." I haven't caught anything else.
Well, we don't know too what's going to happen. So there's because we're just starting to open up to the new and new beginnings. But you have to have noticed how much more telepathic you are now than you were 6 months ago, even.
Yeah.
And so I find it I go, wow, that's so comfortable. Didn't I always have it? But I just have to, and anybody can do this. It just takes a bit of practice. Just sit quiet and listen. And it's like listening to, like you and I have a conversation and you're listening to me. That's the way you do it. You just sit quiet and listen to me, and then, oh yeah, I can. And it's not words necessarily. It could be feeling, emotion, knowing.
That would be like after I had my first Reiki session with Texas.
Yeah.
And I heard Destiny in my head saying, "Mama, I am here."
Yeah. And she never leaves you, right?
I have to really learn how to listen to her more.
It's just the quiet. It's the quiet. I
Because
know
I'm
that's
missing her a
so
lot
hard for
lately.
people.
I'm definitely missing her a lot lately.
Well, it's Christmas, isn't it? That's when you miss people, is in the special seasons of our lives.
Yeah.
And I suspect, though, when you take the girls out, her daughters, that she's there with you a lot because she loves those kids so much.
Oh, I'm sure she is, because every second that word comes out of my mouth is, "Hey, Destiny. Hey, Destiny." I'm like, ugh. The girls keep looking at me like, "Don't you know our names, Grandma?"
But that's true. When you say somebody's name and you're not talking to them, it's because there is a connection going on. I do that all the time.
Yeah.
How many times have I been talking to you and I'll say Destiny instead of your name?
Yeah.
And it's hard for you. I will be hard for me. But at the same time, it's her saying, "Hey, I'm here."
It's harder for me with the girls,
Yeah, because they're part of both of you.
just because they're so young, and
Destiny would not have left.
Libby's not sleeping, and she's just black under her eyes. This is
Okay,
long before Destiny passed away, so I'm gonna
okay.
find out why this girl is not sleeping.
Was they used to have remember years ago there was a pathway through their house?
Mhm.
Why don't you check to see if with the pathways opened up and just close that down again?
Yeah.
Because you can do that now.
Okay, I'll try that.
Yeah, but also, what was I going to say? I forget.
Well, I'll continue on with my article,
Yes,
and a little bit to go. So it says,
I talk too much.
never. You
I
always make me feel so much better. Like I was seriously ready to put a gun to my head.
oh yeah.
I was not feeling on the up and up very well. I wasn't sure how I was going to do tonight, but thank you once again for talking to me and making me feel better, putting a smile on my face and giving me something else to think about other than my doom and gloom.
Yeah. You've got a lot of power behind you. I think one of the things you would like to maybe realize is how much power you do carry, because you were saying the other day, and I totally disagreed with you, by the way. You said, no, I can't do that. I'm not strong enough in Reiki. And I'm going, what? You
I
are.
don't think I think I have the power behind my hands and the energy. It's just the technique. I don't know. I haven't done it enough to give myself a good technique.
That's when you trust yourself.
Mm.
Because I do know you're powerful, and I do know that if you have the intention of helping, it will help. And its intention is your technique.
Right.
Promise you. You're going to come back and say, damn it, Elisha, you were right. Because I'm always right.
And I'll always do that.
That's true. But all you need is intention, and you've got well, I know, because I used to go, crap, how am I going to get her to focus on the one area? And you don't do it anymore, but when I first met you, you would shotgun your energy out, and I go, oh no. But you were new, but you were always powerful.
Well, that's good to know. I do know that I feel more comfortable with the distance Reiki than one-on-one, I think.
Yeah, I like distance too, honestly. Give me a computer between us and I'm happy.
Mhm. I don't even need the computer. I can just
No, I know.
and I'll visualize it.
I'm going to do energy work, I don't want to do it well, that's not true. Depending on the style of energy work. Like if it's if I'm working with a person, I want to see their face, because I watch their face, and as their face relaxes and change,
Right.
I know the energy went through. If I'm just doing a simple clearing, nah, please don't waste my time. I'll do that on my own.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Continue, since I interrupted you again.
So it says, we are going to be called to tune into our true essence and our true calling, and to think about the ways we can bring to this. Think about ways we can bring to the world. Oh, this can bring to the world. For all of us, our ultimate purpose in this life is to bring our unique music, our unique song, our unique expressions into this world. Kind of just what we're discussing, right?
Yeah. It's like a puzzle piece to me. It's my envisionment is a puzzle piece.
For all of us, our purpose is to just be ourselves and to work on sharing that self with the world. So sometimes when people say, I don't know what my purpose is in life, that could possibly be your purpose, is to just be here and smile to somebody, open a door for somebody, buy somebody a cup of coffee.
Or I just learned to be who you are. Because I know yesterday I was with this person, and I trust them a lot. And I was cranky. And I thought, why was I cranky? That person didn't deserve it. And then I realized that I trust that person. So I just assumed, yeah, I can be an idiot with this person because I trust them. Hey, Jennifer.
So it says, all of us are consciousness expressing ourselves as human. And all of us, as the little balls of consciousness that we are needed in this world. All of us serve a role and fulfill a purpose, even if it is not clear to us what that may be.
Yeah, I know. People want to know what their purpose is, and I go,
well, I know that's me too, right? And when somebody said to me once, what I just said, it could be a smile, it could be holding a door open. To me, that's such a minuscule little thing. Like, it shouldn't there be something grandiose that we need to be doing?
But it isn't, like.
That is grandiose to some people.
Yeah, but like I'm kind of a spiritual teacher, right? I'm a small dot in a huge environment. I'm not extremely well known, but I'm still good at what I do. And I love what I do. And I think if I wasn't there, there'd be a void. But I'm not a cryon. I'm not, Abraham Hicks or somebody like that.
Right.
But I'm important in the spot I'm in. And I think that's the important part, is you're important in the spot you're in. And I also know you're growing into something else. When it happens, it will not be what you think it is. I can promise you that, but it's coming. So breathe, it's coming. Anyhow, Jennifer says, hello, beautiful ladies. And she says, I feel Elijah is right about your abilities, Maddie. I'm always right, Jennifer. Don't you know that yet?
So this also says we are each a thread in a tapestry, and each one of us helps to make the bigger picture. All of us help create the reality we experience on this earth, and all of us are just as important and just as special. The tapestry just wouldn't be the same without you. Life wouldn't be the same without you. You think you are just one person, but your energy is like a piece of music that flows in harmony with all of the others. And without you, the song just wouldn't be the same. As the sun dances with the galactic center and the galactic waves stream down to Earth, it's the perfect time to step into your power, to know you are stronger than any fears you may have, and to remember just how worthy and special you are. Your calling in this life is to shine your light on the world in whatever way resonates with you at this particular time in your life. There are no wrong ways to shine, for even if you don't feel particularly sparkly right now, you still glow. Know that
Again, that's the part where if you didn't have the shadow side, we wouldn't see the light. So sometimes we need the dark to see how the light within us. Jen Preston says, hey ladies, Maddie, you have amazing abilities. And I agree with her.
Well, thank you, ladies. I do appreciate that, and I guess I'm going to have to trust.
That's hard though, isn't it?
But I do know that I have abilities in the distant Reiki, because I have seen and I have heard feedback from people when I've sent the energy.
Mm-hmm.
So I do.
Oh, Maddie, I know you used to drive me to distraction when I was trying to get you to send energies, because you were so strong and you would just change the whole thing around.
So know that even though you are afraid, even though you may not be feeling up for it, your light still shines. No fear, no grief, no pain, no amount of trauma can dim your light. Well, I'll have to argue with that one. It can for a while.
It can, but that's part of, I do also think and you will never come to acceptance, but when you come to understanding of what you and Destiny have chosen to do together, then you will understand.
I know people keep bringing up the contracts and I'm like, yes, I know that.
But it doesn't stop your mom's heart from aching.
No.
And that part, but when you learn to communicate a little better, and you can sit down and have a cup of with Destiny, and she can sit there and you two can talk about how the girls are doing, etc., and you're comfortable with it, or what's the next step on the journey for us, because she will help you. Before you go on, Jen Preston says, well, if you want a guinea pig, Maddie, you can practice on me. And Jennifer Swab says, yeah, I agree. I've often thought it was supposed to be I was supposed to have a big purpose, but as I've gotten older, I believe my purpose doesn't have to be as big as other people's may be in this lifetime. And we're the glue, Jennifer, cry on, all the big names, but we're the glue. We're what keeps things together.
Right.
And I kind of think without the glue, the rest would fall apart.
Well, it says, don't force or pressure yourself to be anything other than exactly who you are and what you feel in this moment. For when you embrace and accept the moment you are in, your light shines. Your rhythm plays the exact harmony that it's meant to in that moment. As the sun crosses the galactic center, it helps to activate our soul, to awaken us deeper, and to remind us that there is so much more to this life than we can see or even really fathom. Sagittarius is the sign of the adventurer and the wanderer, and even though we have physical lives to lead on earth, who's to say what our soul gets up to when we are dreaming? Who's to say where our soul goes or what adventures it has? You are far more powerful than you realize. As the sun emerges with the galactic energies, I hope you are able to tune in to just how special you are, just how needed you are, and just how beautiful your music makes the world. Thank you for being you. Thank you for shining your light in the way that you do. Whatever way you show up is enough. Fear can't stop you, for you are more powerful than it. You just have to realize that you are. Under the galactic sun energies, stand tall and proud and repeat to yourself, I can do anything. For these words are truer than you realize.
And also, I think we're moving into a time of change where what we were doing, we're moving into something new. Exactly what the new is, I haven't got a handle on it yet.
Yeah,
But it's happening.
that's what scares me.
No.
Handle on it.
You don't need to have a handle on it. That's what people don't understand. It's when you allow it to happen and you move with it, you become one with the universe. You don't work side by side, you become one. So what the universe wants is what you want. And what the universe wants, I can almost guarantee is going to shock the hay out of you. Because I'm always go, where did that come from? Kind of energy.
Yeah,
So Jennifer says that's very beautiful.
thank you.
No, pardon me. Jen says, Jennifer, that's beautiful. And Jen says, that's beautiful. So beautiful, Maddie.
Thank you.
Yeah. But it's true. And there's one part I wanted to elaborate on when she said, show up as who you are. And do you know a lot of people don't like themselves as they are? But
That goes back to your favorite thing, being authentic.
Yeah, but if that's who you are authentically, then it's all right.
Right.
If that's how you've learned to cope with things, that's all right. You just have to go, oh, okay, I'm okay, and accept how you interact, how you accept, how you deal with things. It's okay. And it doesn't really matter what other people think of you.
That's very true. Takes a long time. It takes a long time to come to terms with that one.
Oh, it's hard. There's certain people, I really care what they think.
Yeah.
And other people, I know there's somebody was telling me, well, for instance, this guy here, I painted him and I gave him a dark, it's actually bronze, but it looks like dark face. And she's saying, people are not going to like that. And I'm going, why? Because he's a Buddha. It doesn't matter who you are. You can be black, yellow, green, orange, whatever color you want. Because Buddhism is something you choose. It's, and I finally says, yeah, I don't care. I don't care. But I did it. That one I did for myself. So I like the color. So I did it.
Well, that's if it's for you and you like it, that's the most important thing.
Yeah, but it is. It's perfectly well. I have other Buddhas who are pink too, right? So what can you say? Most Buddhas are gold color, at least the ones I've seen in the ashrams and things like that.
Yeah.
I think pardon?
I would say all the ones I have, other than my water fountain Buddha, are gold.
Yeah, because I remember I was in an ashram down in New York State once, and this guy was huge. He had to be half a ton of gold. And I was sitting staring at him, and he winked. He turned his head, winked at me, and I go, "What?" And I told somebody, he says, "Yeah, he does that occasionally to a few people." Just turned and winked, and I go, I was so shocked. But it was really funny. This Buddha, he was a sitting Buddha. Every day they go put on a huge shirt on him. And I thought it was really hilarious because they were always Hawaiian shirts with great big furs.
Not quite Buddha-ish.
Oh, that wasn't my idea of Buddha. They changed his shirt every day. Okay, anyhow, I'm going to let you do your meditation now. And thank you ever so much. And tomorrow at 2:00 Pacific time, 4:00 Central time, so that would be 5:00 Eastern time. And you guys can do the rest of the time zoning yourself. But those three I know fairly well. We will be doing a live. Maddie will be on. Vero or Veronica will be on. Linda will be on. I will be on. And Sabi will be on.
Will she?
If she remembers. I will message her and remind her.
Me too.
Yeah, good choice. And thank you again. And we will see you tomorrow. And we
Thank
will be
you.
here at the same place, different time. Namaste.
Talk to you soon. And thank you again.
It's always a pleasure.
And say, as always, I thank you. You always give me my platform to do this, and I appreciate it so much. Okay, so my Palo Santo, and I did find my little write-up on it, so I'm going to just run through a few little just a few of the little comments here about Palo Santo. It says Palo Santo is a mystical tree that grows on the coast of South America and is related to frankincense, myrrh, and copal. In Spanish, the name literally means holy wood. It is a part of the citrus family and has sweet notes of pine, lemon, and mint. And that really is beautiful. If you have never had it before, I do highly recommend you try it out. Palo Santo is enjoyed by many for its energetically cleansing and healing properties, similar to sage and cedar. It is a strong medicine that has been popularized for its heavenly presence in keeping energies grounded and clear. It creates a pleasant, fresh smoke that works well in keeping away mosquitoes and other flying insects, which is one of the prime uses for the people who live in Ecuador and Peru. It provides an uplifting scent that raises your vibration in preparation for meditation and allows for a deeper connection to the source of all creation. It is also said that Palo Santo enhances creativity and brings good fortune to those who are open to its magic. Palo Santo is traditionally used for relieving common colds, flu symptoms, stress, asthma, headaches, anxiety, depression, inflammation, emotional pain, and more. The essential oil is great for aromatherapy and can be used during massage work to assist in healing. It's great for calming the immune and nervous systems for faster recovery of illness. In essential oil form, it works well for physical pain and inflammation containing high levels of OD, D-limonene, and monotropines, which are useful in cancer symptoms. So I just take a stick and it says just light it. Allow the Palo Santo to burn for about 30 seconds to a minute. Obviously mine's not going to stay lit, so we're just going to so yeah, and then just do like you would with sage. If you want to use it for a cleanse, go into every room, cleanse every corner, even your closets. And remember that it's quite important for you to, when you're leaving the room, to back out of the room, not walk out of the room. That way it brings the negative energies with you. All right. So with that, we're going to please get comfortable. Sink into your seat, relaxing all your muscles. Taking a deep breath. Hold for a few seconds and slowly exhale. Take in another deep breath. Feel your chest rise. Keep inhaling down into your stomach. On your exhale, release anything that is not for your inner peace. Inhale. Exhale. Keep breathing now at your normal pattern, relaxing even more with each in-breath and out-breath. Feel each muscle soften. Allow your scalp to drop, going down your forehead. And if you haven't already, please gently close your eyes down. Feel relaxation flow down your body. Your shoulders drop. Your arms relax, allowing anything that needs to release flow out your fingertips. You may feel a tingling or a cooling sensation. Just shake it off. Visualize your stomach relaxing, continuing down your legs and out your feet, creating cords that grow down into the ground, connecting to a network of veins and roots that travel down into the heart of Gaia. Here, she takes all of your energies, clears them, and returns them to you, making you shine like the positive energy that you are. You find yourself walking in the forest. The trees around you are old and very tall. They are very well grounded. The path leads you to a small creek. You find a spot to sit. And there are beautiful wildflowers all around you. The scent is intoxicating. You take in a deep breath, letting the wondrous aroma of the flowers fill you up, going into each cell in your body, filling you with joy, peace, love. You close your eyes. The sun is shining down on you. It's so warm on your skin. You lay back and listen to the water of the little creek beside you. It draws you in, clearing your mind. You are being taken over by a glorious stillness. Your mind and body and soul are so relaxed and at peace. All of a sudden, you see yourself as a small, flat stone laying in the bottom of the creek. You see and feel the cool water gently caressing you, softly flowing over you, taking any last bits of negative or unwanted energy from you, releasing it to flow down the creek, away from you. You can see spawning salmon releasing their eggs, swimming against the flow, allowing for new life, new energy. You are also aware of new things being brought to you, following the stream, coming right to you. What is meant for the betterment of you gets caught in the rocks around you. And what you do not need continues flowing down the creek. You start collecting and drawing to you everything to make your life complete, to leave you sighing with relief. You are feeling so full of love. Your heart is beating at the highest vibration possible. And you can't help but share this amazing feeling. You see yourself sitting back by the creek. You feel so refreshed, light. You turn to walk back down the path, and animals come from all over, wanting to share this heavenly energy of yours. The plants are more vibrant as you walk by them. Everything seems to have more life. You raise your hands to the heavens and give thanks for this new life energy, this feeling of complete love of yourself and everyone around you. Take in a deep breath and slowly exhale. And gently bring back your awareness. And slowly open your eyes. And welcome back. And I'd like to thank you so much for being with me this evening. My heart feels your heart. And please don't